Hello everyone and welcome back to another live commentary. The topic of discussion this time, the combat engineer, the gunslinger, the mini sentry, all that whole topic right there. So let's get started. What exactly am I talking about here? Well, is the combat engineer ethical decision for the welfare of the players in the server. Now that includes the enemy team. What do I mean by that? How do I want to say this? You know what? Let me try and reword this. Let me change this into a more of me discussing the combat engineer and the experience that comes attached with it, and we'll work our way there. Okay. Now the combat engineer. A lot of people would argue that it takes significantly less skill to utilize this class and perform well with, and I would agree with them. And then there's also another side to this where it's very annoying to be a combat engineer and the enemy team thinks you're very annoying and that they kind of I suppose hate, but I suppose they get really aggravated with you. And you know, is it right to do that? You know, be combat engineer, aggravate them? Do they have the right to be aggravated? Alright, let's talk. That's basically what I wanted to talk about. Alright. So for me, the combat engineer was a way for me to practice my sharpshooting with hit scan weapons. You know, my targeting with shotguns, pistols, things like that. Because I would feel very comfortable that if I wasn't doing too well aiming my weapon, something else, in my case the mini sentry, is doing somewhat well at aiming, hopefully. So yeah, and you know, I practiced a lot of my aiming as a combat engineer and all that stuff, you know. So yeah, let's see here. Of course, this class is very annoying. Some people, you know, like the whole thing about how it's too easy. It's so easy for that much annoying the enemy. You know, it's like, what the heck? What the heck just... Oh, I see. I thought, I was like, what the heck just happened to my mini sentry there? Just redeploy itself magically? So that was a nice uber charge from the enemy team there. A little sarcasm, of course, but you know, I'm not trying to like make fun of them. I'm just saying, just like noting that uber charge wasn't well utilized. I'm not saying, I'm not trying to how to say, I know that they didn't do too well with it, but I'm not trying to make fun of them. I just tried to note it. And never mind that. What's my mini sentry constantly pointing in the air? Oh well. Should probably put down a dispenser, a food dispenser. Anyway, what's that? What's that? It's probably some admin or donator or whatnot. The particle fight. So yeah. This is a very broad topic here, so yeah. You know, what do you guys think of the combat engineer? Is it like, is it right to be a combat engineer? Should you feel ashamed? Well, obviously you shouldn't, but, the people who, alright, you want to scratch that. Should you feel ashamed? What do you guys think of that? So yeah, that's basically what I want to talk about. Yeah. Anyway. Let's see here. Let's see. Yeah, you know, like I said, the combat engineer, it's a somewhat easy class to play. Also does a lot of damage for the amount of skill, for the little amount of skill it requires. So yeah, in comparison to the amount of damage it does. So yeah. But you know, like I said, it's helped me become a much better player. And no, I'm not saying I didn't get on top of the score, but I'm saying like aiming my weapon, I could feel I feel a lot more I don't have to strain myself as hard, like stress out as much, because if I weren't to push out that much damage immediately, it would be okay, because my mini sentry was help adding to that damage, and everything would be okay in the end. So yeah, that's basically, you know, how it made me a better player. You know, I was able to practice my aiming with relative, I don't want to say impunity, peace isn't the best word either, but it really helped me, you know, aim better and all that stuff. So yeah. Let's see here. Let's see. I apologize if I sound a little off or whatnot, but you know, for the majority of this week, I have been pretty sick lately. I'm not gonna tell you guys what's much information, but I will tell you this. I haven't exactly really been valuing myself lately. In some places, yes. Other places, no. No pun intended. But yeah. So basically, all that just caught up on me one day, and my body, not literally, but my body just collapsed in on itself, and not like I said, not literally, but you know, was like my body just collapsed in on itself, and I just. Yeah, I've just been under a lot of pain these even till now. I'm still under some quite a bit of actual pain in the head area, you know, and random parts of the body. It's a long story. Yeah, so just you know, yeah, that's basically, if I sound a little off, just know I'm not well. Don't worry though, I will be well eventually. But you know, it's this experience has really wakened me up. I really gotta respect myself a lot more. Yeah, take care of myself a lot more, a lot better, and also yeah. 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 So yeah. I believe that's all I want to talk about. But you guys you know, post in the comments, what do you think of what I just discussed, or what do you think of the combat engineer and all? You know, it helps players aim, in my opinion. It's a really nice alternate play style, but it really pushes out a lot for how much skill. It really pushes out a lot for the amount of skill you actually put into it, which might not be very nice for the enemy team, and they may not like it very much. So, what do you guys think of this whole thing? You know, oh, just one last line. In my opinion, yes, the gunslinger is overpowered. No, I don't think it should be nerfed because, you know, it's not like overpowered as in like, like a Valve, like a super admin gun or something like that. It's more like overpowered as in, it gives a little too much for what you put into it. And I don't think it should be nerfed, but maybe just ever so slightly, but I don't think it's too much of a problem, so yeah. Well, that's all I want to talk about, so I suppose I will see y'all later. Good night, everyone. Oh, I would really appreciate it if you'd like, comment, and or subscribe and whatnot, so yeah. I really appreciate that. Anyway, so you know, leave your comments or thoughts and whatnot in the comment section, in the description. Leave your thoughts and comments in the comments section. So yeah, and hopefully we'll have a nice discussion about it. So yeah, well, good night, everyone.